So let's talk about the leap that Payton Pritchard has taken for the Boston Celtics this season, because I didn't see any of this coming as a Celtics fan. I remember early on, he was a guy just on the bench and trying to get minutes, and he waited for his opportunity. And you saw last year him become reliable as a bench player. But this season, it seems like he could eventually be their starting point guard. It's crazy to even say that, but you're seeing him out there with the second unit. And there are moments in the game where Tatum and Brown can rest. I mean, Tatum didn't even play last night, and he takes over as the number one option on this team. He is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, shooting at 43%. He's 48% overall from the field. His true shooting percentage, I believe, is at 67.4 true shooting percentage. And he's only gaining confidence as he's out there with a team that is a championship level team. Obviously, they're going for back-to-back. I think they're going to win it again, because who's going to stop them in a 7-game series? You can say, oh, the shooting percentage is going to come down, yada, yada, yada. But when Payton Pritchard's out there, you have to watch him play. There was a step-back three he had against Detroit where he was like literally in the middle of the paint, not in the middle, but the side, took a step back. It was just flawless. His range is better. And also finish at the rim. When Payton Pritchard's going to the rim, he'll stop on the dime and take those short jumpers. And he's really good with his footwork. And if he doesn't get that shot off, he'll either pass it out, or he'll try to get the shot off by just faking or hitting the defender with a quick, jab or whatever it may be. Payton Pritchard always finds himself in a situation where he's getting a clean look. And he's really good at those short jump shots. He also uses his speed to his advantage when he's pushing in transition. He knows the defender is backpedaling, and he's really good at using that speed and getting to the rim and getting that layup. And what I love about his development is he's gaining confidence. And it's just natural for him to go out there and give you 25 points a night when necessary. And it seems like Boston's over here going, okay, we have Derek White. We know he's reliable. We've got Drew Holiday. But Payton Pritchard could eventually replace Drew Holiday. And that's just a scary thought, because if he's going to be this good on offense, imagine if he can take a leap in his playmaking. But let's just say he doesn't, and he's a reliable 20, 22 point scorer, 25 points a night. Once Drew Holiday, retires, or maybe they end up trading him this offseason, because the Celtics got to figure out their cap situation and their big man situation. And Payton Pritchard comes into this lineup, and he's able to just take over games while Tatum and Brown are on the bench. It's just unreal what this guy's doing. And what I love about Payton Pritchard is he's fearless out there. He's owning his role. And even though he's come off the bench, he's like, listen, I'm here to take over the game, and you have no chance against me. That's the mentality that Payton Pritchard has now. And it's consistent. He had, I think, a one-off last week. But again, those are going to happen. And Payton Pritchard responds to those moments, and he comes back and responds immediately. And that's impressive stuff. He's made more threes than Steph Curry, James Harden, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Buddy Hield, and the list goes on. And the guy is only going to get better. And that's the scary part, is the development team in Boston. They deserve a ton of credit. Tatum and Brown, they drafted Payton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. And if they can find a way to get Cater to take a leap, obviously you look at their big man position, even the guy Peterson for them, he's getting him some solid minutes. Now you're like, well, this development team for Boston is looking really legit. They used to struggle in this area, but it has gotten better. And again, you have a guy like Payton Pritchard who can just come in and just be a spark plug off the bench, and not just be like your sixth man, but sometimes your number one option out there. And that's just even hard to even imagine, because, Tatum and Brown will take over games. Derek White will make big plays. They have so much versatility and so many weapons that they can throw at you. So you can try to take away Tatum. Okay, Payton Pritchard is going to burn you. Take away Jaylen Brown. Okay, we're going to get Derek White involved. They just have so many options, and you just can't stop it. And I think as Payton Pritchard continues to get this confidence, it's going to help them in the future as they transition from Horford and Drew Holiday. One of the biggest question marks I have as a Boston fan is how are they going to figure out the front court rotation? Because losing Al Horford, I'm not going to just sit here and act like that's not a big loss, because his leadership is priceless. It matters so much to Tatum and Brown. So they got to take another leap in their development when it comes to leadership. And when Drew Holiday is gone, what do you do next? So I'm very curious, but I love where they're heading with developing Pritchard, because I think he's the runaway sixth man of the year. I know it's early, so you still got to prove it. So I get people who have reservations about, well, let's wait 20 more games. Totally understandable. But right now, no one's touching him. I know people probably want to bring up DeAndre Hunter for the Hawks, but the impact that Pritchard makes when their best players are not available. He goes out there, takes over games, makes sure that Boston is still in cruise control, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the guy's 6 foot. He gets key offensive rebounds. He just plays with so much energy, and he's very smart out there. And again, those short jump shots where you expect him to accelerate and get all the way to the rim, he'll stop on a dime and just shoot right over you. And if he doesn't do that, even when he's in the, inside the painted area, he's got these tall trees over him. He's either passing out or find a way to go up and get a layup. So Pritchard is fearless. He's stronger than you think, and he plays with his energy and motor. You just cannot slow down. So Payton Pritchard is balling out of his mind. And if he continues to elevate this way, Boston Celtics are going to be really good for a very long time. And people might not like that because, people hate Boston, but, you got to be better as an organization. You got to have your development team in check. Brad Stevens came in 3 years ago and people are like, oh, they got this great GM and he didn't have any experience. He's just gotten better at his job. And I just love what Boston's doing with developing players. Guys like Payton Pritchard just taken off this season, getting a bigger role and just gaining confidence. And of course, playing alongside Jrue Holiday, Derek White has a lot of value and it's helped Payton Pritchard become a better basketball player. Of course, Tatum and Brown as well. But when you're playing with the guards, you got a guy like Jrue Holiday and you're learning from him and Derek White. I can't wait to see Payton Pritchard 2 years from now, what he's going to look like. That's just scary to even imagine. I understand why he wanted to be traded 2 years ago. It makes sense now because you see, he wanted more playing time. That's totally understandable. Now he has more minutes. He is the sixth man off the bench. You see the value of Payton Pritchard. So Boston needs to make sure they keep him for a while because he just has so much value for them. And if they end up starting him in the future, I won't be surprised if he takes another leap where he's averaging like 20, 25 a night and he's just cooking everybody out there. And he just continues to get better. His long range game is insane. He's hitting logo threes now. You're like, bro, what do you even do? And again, I just love his finishing at the rim because he can use his speed. And if he has any type of advantage, he's going to go for the layup or he's going to make you backpedal and then take that short mid-range shot. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing, because he's so quick, so agile, and he just used that to his advantage. So don't look at him and say, oh, yeah, just short white guy. He has no chance out there. No. Payton Pritchard is a dog. He's fearless. He doesn't care who's in front of him. He's going to get to the basket. He's going to score at will, and there's nothing you can do about it. You got no chance. So, yeah. It's really impressive what we're seeing from Payton Pritchard because I think he's only going to get better, and that's just a scary sight to see. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Love to hear your thoughts, especially from Celtics fans. What are your thoughts on Payton Pritchard, how he's been performing this season? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.